In the gripping episode of The Bold and the Beautiful on Tuesday, May 6, 2025, the characters are caught in the emotional crossfire of truth, loss, and the weight of unspoken words. As Liam continues to battle the painful reality of his brain tumor, his world, once full of promises and hope, is now overshadowed by the harsh reality of his impending death. For him, the clock is ticking down, and the choice of how to spend his final days becomes a matter of immense importance. But for Steffy, watching Liam deteriorate before her eyes is a struggle she wasn't prepared for, and the two find themselves in the eye of a storm, trying to navigate through a sea of emotions, fears, and unspoken truths. Liam, who has always been a pillar of strength for those around him, is now forced to confront the terrifying prospect of his mortality. The worsening symptoms of his illness have left him shaken, and his emotional state is fragile. He's angry, frustrated, and deeply scared, not just for himself, but for the people he loves, particularly his wife, Hope. Liam's anger is palpable as he lashes out at Steffy, the person who's been his closest ally throughout this ordeal. The weight of his diagnosis is becoming too much to bear, and his emotions are spilling over in ways he never expected. However, as their conversation continues, a moment of vulnerability breaks through, and Liam admits to Steffy that he can't bear the thought of telling Hope about the tumor. It's too much for him to face, and the idea of delivering such devastating news to the woman he loves is something Liam just can't bring himself to do. Steffy, who knows the importance of truth, has been struggling with her own feelings of loss. She has watched the man she once loved with all her heart slowly fade away, and the helplessness she feels is suffocating. Despite the complex history between Steffy and Hope, Steffy knows deep down that Hope deserves to know the truth. It's not just about honesty, it's about ensuring that Hope and everyone else who loves Liam can prepare themselves for the inevitable. Steffy is faced with the dilemma of whether to respect Liam's wishes and keep the secret or to take matters into her own hands and tell Hope the truth. While Steffy has always been one to act decisively, the weight of this decision is weighing heavily on her. On one hand, she understands why Liam wants to protect Hope from the devastating news. But on the other hand, she knows that Hope is strong and capable of handling the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. More importantly, there are children involved, and Steffy believes that Hope deserves to know so she can be prepared to support Liam in his final days. As much as Steffy feels torn, she knows that telling Hope is the right thing to do, especially given the life-changing circumstances. In the meantime, Steffy takes it upon herself to provide Liam with some space to talk to Hope privately. She leaves the house, giving the couple the chance to have a much-needed conversation. However, once Steffy steps away, Liam admits to her that he cannot find the strength to tell Hope about the tumor himself. He's terrified of how she will react, and he's equally fearful of what the future holds for their family. For Liam, the notion of saying goodbye to Hope and the thought of her losing him is almost too much to bear. Steffy, as always, is the voice of reason, urging Liam to think about the future and the importance of being honest, not just with Hope, but with everyone who loves him. As Steffy prepares to break the news to Hope, both she and Liam find themselves reflecting on their shared memories. The memories of their past, from their children's birthday parties to their first real jobs, flood Liam's mind. Every moment with Steffy, every milestone they reached together, now seems more precious than ever. It's these memories that become a bittersweet reminder of what he's about to lose, and for a moment, Liam wonders if there's any way to make his remaining time truly meaningful. In a deeply emotional moment, Liam pleads for forgiveness. He knows that his time is limited, and the thought of leaving things unresolved with Hope weighs heavily on him. The love they share is undeniable, but the mistakes he's made, both with her and with others, have left a mark on their relationship. For Liam, seeking forgiveness is a way to leave this world with peace. He knows that he can't change the past, but he wants to make things right, especially with Hope. As much as he's asking for her forgiveness, he's also asking for a sense of closure. He wants to know that, in the end, he will leave behind a legacy of love, not regret. While Liam is focused on making amends with Hope, his relationship with Steffy is evolving in unexpected ways. Despite their complex history, the two find themselves united by a common cause: Liam's impending death. Steffy, who once struggled to accept Liam's choices and the fact that their romantic relationship was over, now stands by his side as a friend, someone who wants to help him through his final days. The bond between Steffy and Liam has always been deep, and now, more than ever, they find solace in their shared memories and the support they give each other. But the question remains: can Steffy and Hope truly come together to support Liam without old rivalries and tensions flaring up? It's a challenge for both women, as their past is filled with animosity, misunderstandings, and betrayal. Yet, in this moment of crisis, they both realize that putting their differences aside is the only way to ensure that Liam's remaining time is filled with love and support. The emotional stakes are high, and the tension between them is palpable, but there's a shared understanding that they must work together, if only for Liam's sake. As Liam continues to grapple with his illness, he knows that time is running out. He's not yet had a conversation with his father, Bill Spencer, which leaves a void in their relationship. Bill, a man who's always been a strong and sometimes stubborn figure in Liam's life, will no doubt have his own emotional reaction to the news of Liam's illness. But before Liam can confront Bill, there are other important relationships to address, specifically his bond with his brother, Wyatt. Wyatt, who has always been a source of strength for Liam, is unaware of the severity of the situation. The revelation of Liam's illness will undoubtedly come as a shock to him, and the emotions that will follow are sure to be complex. As Liam seeks closure with his family, his thoughts turn to his children, Kelly and Beth. While Liam has spent a significant amount of time with Kelly, he knows that his time with Beth is just as important. As he contemplates his legacy, he's reminded of the preciousness of time and the need to cherish every moment. The family dynamics are shifting, and as Liam's journey unfolds, viewers are left wondering how the various characters will come to terms with the inevitable. Will Liam's emotional journey bring hope and healing to his family, or will it only deepen the wounds that have been there for years? As the show moves forward, one thing is certain: the path ahead is filled with heartache, and the choices made in these final moments will shape the future of all involved. The upcoming episodes promise more emotional turmoil as Liam, Steffy, Hope, and the rest of the Forrester family navigate the final days of a man whose legacy is marked by love, forgiveness, and the hope that, in the end, they'll be able to move forward, no matter the pain. The eternal love triangle that has defined the bold and the beautiful for decades has taken another explosive turn. On the latest episode, set within the familiar, high-stakes world of Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan makes her boldest move yet to reclaim Ridge Forrester from the grasp of Taylor Hayes. While Ridge maintains his commitment to Taylor, his inability to deny his lingering feelings for Brooke indicates that the drama surrounding this iconic triangle is far from over. The confrontation that viewers have been eagerly awaiting unfolds with intensity and passion as Brooke Logan confronts Ridge Forrester in a showdown that promises to escalate the already fraught dynamics. In the Forrester Creations office, Brooke stands her ground, determined to make Ridge see what she believes to be the undeniable truth that they are destined to be together. The tension in the room is palpable as Brooke confidently dismisses Ridge's current relationship with Taylor, labeling it as nothing more than a temporary rebound. She boldly states, "We were born to be together," making it clear that she's not just asking for another chance, but asserting that their bond is a matter of fate. Brooke, dressed to the nines and exuding confidence, embodies the classic Logan resilience that has always defined her character. She's a woman who never gives up on what she wants, and what she wants is Ridge Forrester. The room feels as though it's thick with the weight of Brooke's words. She stands dangerously close to Ridge, reminding him of their decades-long history together, one filled with passion, betrayal, reconciliation, and heartache. Her words are not those of someone begging for another opportunity. They're the declaration of a woman who is absolutely certain of her destiny. Brooke's conviction is unshakable as she reminds Ridge of the countless memories they've shared, the challenges they've faced, and the love that they've fought for over the years. It's a statement, not a plea, and it's clear that this is Brooke at her most formidable. Ridge, on the other hand, attempts to hold firm to his position. He has repeatedly told Brooke that his relationship with Taylor makes him happy and that he intends to honor his commitment to her. "Taylor makes me happy," Ridge insists, his voice steady, "and I want to honor my commitment to her." However, viewers who have followed this intricate love triangle over the years recognize the subtle but telling signs in Ridge's behavior. While his words say one thing, his body language and emotional responses betray him, revealing the internal conflict that Ridge is desperately trying to suppress. Horston K's nuanced performance as Ridge speaks volumes, as his emotional turmoil is reflected in the smallest of gestures. Ridge's failure to outright dismiss Brooke's advances speaks volumes. If he had truly forgotten about Brooke, wouldn't he have been able to brush her off completely? Instead, he hesitates, shifting uncomfortably as Brooke presses him on his true feelings. Ridge, unwilling to admit the depth of his love for Brooke, diverts the conversation, changing the subject to create distance between them. Yet, despite his best efforts, the emotional chaos he feels inside is evident. Ridge may be committed to Taylor, but his feelings for Brooke are far from resolved. This confrontation is a culmination of decades of history between Brooke and Ridge. Their relationship has seen numerous marriages, betrayals, breakups, and reconciliations, and it's clear that neither of them has fully moved on from the other. Ridge's repeated attempts to build a stable life with Taylor have been overshadowed by the undeniable pull he feels toward Brooke. It's a cycle that has played out time and time again, with Ridge torn between the woman he loves and the woman he can't seem to let go of. For longtime viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful, this is a pattern that is all too familiar. Ridge may try to settle down with Taylor, but something always seems to bring him back to Brooke. Taylor Hayes, for her part, has always been caught in the middle of this epic love story. A world-renowned psychiatrist, Taylor has never been able to fully analyze her way out of this love triangle. Time and time again, she has witnessed Ridge return to Brooke, only to welcome him back with open arms when things inevitably fall apart. Taylor's own desires for stability and security have often been in direct conflict with her deep-rooted feelings for Ridge. No matter how much she may want to move on from this triangle, Taylor finds herself once again drawn into its orbit. In this moment, Taylor is once again stuck between the two people who have defined so much of her life. Ridge's attempts to build something lasting with her have always been disrupted by the undeniable force of his connection with Brooke. This latest chapter feels eerily familiar, as Ridge tries once again to make a life with Taylor, only to be pulled back toward Brooke. It's a cycle that has repeated itself time and time again, and the question on everyone's mind is, can Ridge finally break free of his past and commit to Taylor for good? As Ridge's commitment to Taylor begins to show cracks, Brooke's persistence remains unwavering. She refuses to give up on Ridge, and it's clear that she won't stop fighting for him until he is hers once more. While Ridge continues to pursue Taylor, the seeds of doubt have already been planted. Brooke's campaign to win back Ridge is relentless, and with each passing day, the emotional distance between Ridge and Taylor seems to grow. The question looms: can Taylor sense the shift in Ridge's feelings? As the days stretch into weeks, will she notice the subtle signs that Ridge's heart is no longer fully committed to her? As Ridge grapples with his emotions, it's clear that he is torn between his past with Brooke and his present with Taylor. Brooke, for her part, is not about to let go of the man she believes is her true soulmate. Her unwavering conviction that they are meant to be together continues to drive her actions, and it's only a matter of time before she makes her next move. One thing is certain: the love triangle between Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor is far from over. As long as these three characters exist in the same world, the drama will continue to unfold. The bold and the beautiful thrives on the tension between them, and fans are left to wonder. Will Ridge finally give in to his heart and return to Brooke, or will he remain committed to Taylor? History suggests that Ridge's resolve may not hold for long, but in the world of the bold and the beautiful, anything is possible. Will this time be different, or will history repeat itself once again, with Ridge ultimately choosing Brooke over Taylor? Only time will tell. The drama, passion, and intrigue surrounding this timeless love triangle will continue to captivate viewers, ensuring that the stakes remain high for all involved. As Ridge continues to face his emotional turmoil, the path ahead remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that the bold and the beautiful will keep fans on the edge of their seats, wondering what the future holds for Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. Will this triangle finally come to a resolution, or will it continue to shape the lives of these iconic characters for years to come?